Hey guys, how's it going, Electron Man? Well, I got one here. I'm kind of disappointed. I actually did a build on it. This is the second time that I've lost a movie on a bad SD card. I threw it away, and from now on, when I get a corrupted SD card, I'm throwing it in the trash. They're not that expensive, and it really frustrates me. I spend the time to make a video, and then I go to check it out, and it's gone. It's corrupted. Can't get to it, but I don't even know what causes it. I may be reusing the SD card too many times. Who knows? Anyway, that's not what this is about. I just kind of thought I'd come back and visit with you and show what I got here. Basically, I got a little prepper's box, I'll call it. It's a 12-volt universal power supply, and yes, you can go out and I looked on Amazon before I built this thing, and was trying to find something that fit my needs, and I never found exactly what I was looking for. I decided, well, heck, I'll just build it. I actually had this plastic box laying around, so in fact, half of this is this ground stuff, which as a prepper, that's the way we like to do things anyway, right? I don't know if I'd call myself a prepper. I'm just a person that likes to be prepared in case something hits the fan. But anyway, I already had this little meter here, and I actually had the cigarette lighter adapter. I had that from another project I'd done when I built the power supply. So I had the meter in that, so really the only thing I had to buy was I bought a USB port, and then I'm actually thinking from my power supply I even had these nice little screw-on banana clip type terminals, so you can use external power. Let me bring this down here, probably get a little better view. But anyway, one of the things I found with all the different little, portable 12-volt power stations, that they didn't have everything I wanted. It might have a cigarette lighter and USB, but then it wouldn't have terminals on it. In fact, I didn't really find any of them that really had it this way. At least not convenient like this. They might have a special little plug that you can use to plug it in, but I wanted something universal, simple, that if I got two bare wires and I need 12 volts, I can get to it. So anyway, it's kind of self-explanatory. I kind of showed how I cut all this out, but basically just drilled some holes here in the plastic, did a switch, and wiring on one of these little things is really super simple. Hopefully we can kind of show you how this works here, but basically I got 12 volts going to a battery, and then I got a ground going to a battery, and then it's just a daisy chain through the system. And as you can see, of course, on the 12 volts you want to do a switch, so that's the only thing that's switched on and off is the 12 volts. Technically could do it to the -2, but in this situation the 12 volt positive worked out. But as you can see, 12 volt from the batteries is going to go in here, our battery is going to go in here, and then when you turn the switch on, it activates the cigarette lighter, the USB port, and then in the end it comes down here and goes to the meter, and then it goes to the 12 volt external port here. The cool thing about this is even if you had the box, you could build this for less than 30 or 40 bucks. The battery I bought here, you can pick these up. I picked this up on Amazon. I'll leave a link for it. I'm not affiliated with it anyway. It's just the best price I found. But this is a 6 or 7 amp hour 12 volt battery, and it's the reason I picked this particular one is it fits in the case. Obviously you could size it to your case, but this is going to provide quite a bit of power, enough to definitely operate a handy talkie, charge my cell phones, etc. And the cool thing about me, we're doing it this way with the post here, is it'll be super easy to charge it. Just plug some banana plugs in here and hook it to or just hook your battery charger up right here to this, and obviously that'll do the charge. You just turn the switch on. Obviously you want a meter to see the amount of power you have left in it. On something like this, you don't want to get it below like 12 volts. So just kind of monitor it. When you see it down at 12, just hook it back up to charge. But anyway, we'll go ahead and finish putting it together the rest of the way. And actually, this strap here, I found this. I think this was on it's an old duffel bag I had, and all I did with it was the duffel bag was shot, so I just cut the little nylon holders it had on it, just cut them off, and got the strap, and then I just used a couple screws and screwed it into the side here like that, and that gives me a nice little carrying strap. And then of course you can disconnect it if you need, or you can shorten it down if you just want a small handle. But for a reasonable, everything I was looking at on Amazon, to buy a portable power bank like this is around $100, and you could definitely do this for half of that if you had to buy everything, and I've probably got maybe $25 in this, and it's just kind of handy to have. We're getting in the winter, you lose power or whatever. I've had the little plug-in packs, you know, little bricks, but they're limited. You know, most of those just have USB ports on them, and they're great for charging your phone. But I wanted something to run a little handy talkie if I want, you know, 2 meter. I can even run my mobile in it. In fact, I'll show you running my mobile here in a second on it. But I mean, it's definitely very universal, especially with the back to. This is the big part that you just don't find on the ones that you buy commercially. But anyway, let's go ahead and put the battery in here, which obviously this is pretty simple. I just set it up with some plugs. Just plug in the negative to the negative, and or the positive to the positive, and negative to negative. It just slides under. I mean, they're just plug in. Let's put a couple plug-in connectors there, and then actually on this I got some foam here. And we'll just put some foam here to make it fit a little snugger. Snugger a word? I don't know if snugger is a word or not. But, yeah, just kind of got it sized to where it fits in there nice. Just put some foam behind it, support it so it won't move around. I mean, pretty simple stuff here. This isn't rocket science. And then we'll go ahead and put the back on it. And just put the screws in there. And you can buy these project boxes. I mean, you could use an ammo box. I mean, there's 1,000 different things I could come up with that you could make a little box out of. Ammo box would be a good one. It'd be nice and watertight. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be watertight, considering you're never going to make it waterproof. But anyway, like I said, nothing complicated here. I think the point of this video is just to show you how easy it is to make a little box like this. So now you see I got me a little box. Nice little carry handle here. Ain't going anywhere. And then you can see turn her on here. Well, let me see if I can get this down a little bit more. Turn her on here, and she's showing about 14 volts, which is about what it should be. This meter's fairly accurate. You could definitely go for if you didn't have, I just happen to have this laying around, but like on my power supply, I actually did one of the digital ones, and you could actually, the digital one I bought, I think I paid about 15 bucks for it. It actually did amperage too, so you could actually show how much amperage. But like I said, this is a budget build, but as you can see, we got about 13 volts on it, and as you can see here, it's got a nice little 2.5 volt, 2.1 amp. So definitely charge a phone up, fast charge a phone up right there. And then of course you got the power socket here, which then we can take like my little mobile radio here, pop open this, plug that baby in, and then where's that? Remember how to turn it on. There you go. There we go. You can see a little bit of current draw when you do that. Oops, I don't have antenna hooked up. Don't want to do that much, but anyway, as you can see, so now I could actually run a 25 watt little mobile here, and definitely run it for an evening. I mean, I think that would be not wild at all. Running a low power, God knows how long it'd run. You got a little light you need, a little chargeable light. You could put it on there. And like I said, probably the biggest thing for me is putting these side connectors on here, because that gives me the capability to hook up about anything I want to it. And of course, you can just plug these wires up like this to my little side port, and of course you'd get the same thing. You got 12 volts coming out, so I could hook this up here, and then voila. Bingo. So it gives you the portability. Just kind of use that as an example there. And I also put a fuse in there. I don't know if you noticed or not, but on this particular one, since it's external like that, I did put a fuse in there, just in case you were to short circuit something, it wouldn't melt the battery down. But anyway, I mean, like I said, I couldn't find exactly what I wanted, so I made exactly what I wanted, and I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, like I said, for 20-30 bucks, I'll keep it charged up and on the bench, and come a power outage or something, I could definitely see this being a handy item to have. And like I said, And you know, I mean, you can run your amateur radio on it. I mean, you're not gonna run a 100-watt radio for long on it, but you know, a little 5 or 10-watt radio, you definitely would have some communication here. I mean, portable. That's what the whole point is. I mean, obviously you can go get in your car if you're by your car, but this is the idea that everything's out and it's too cold to go out. You just need a way to charge your phone, or your car's not available. This is I mean, this would be a great little camping thing. Like I said, just about any. I mean, going out on a trip somewhere, camping, I could see this being handy to have around. Anyway, I wished I had the whole video on building it, but like I said, I lost it. But I did want to kind of share it with you, kind of, if you're thinking about doing something like this, kind of give you some ideas on it. I mean, super simple. I mean, I think I bought 2 of these for, I'll put links for it too, but I bought 2 of those. There's the second one there. I think I gave like $12, so I gave like $6 a piece for these. And I got a spare one now, and it came with all the wiring, which is the wiring I used inside, because it came with the wiring and a fuse, which I thought that was handy. So got $6 in that, and you can pick these up for $5 or $6. Like I said, I actually had this one laying around, so I reused it. But that's $5 or $6. A switch, $2 or $3. So what do you got? 11, 12, maybe 15 there, and you can get those digital meters for under 10, and then the battery. So yeah, you might have $40 in it, and you know, find your own case. And like I said, you see how I made my strap. I mean, just be a little creative. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm sorry I had a build video on this that I was going to share with you, but it just didn't turn out that way. So hopefully this video records, and at least get an idea of how to build a little, I call it prepper's box, or an emergency 12-volt power source, whichever one you want to call it, or it's a prepper's emergency 12-volt power box. That's what we'll call it. Sounds like a good tag for it. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this little short video. Just kind of wanted to share that with you. Just kind of a handy item to have. With the way things are these days, it doesn't hurt to be prepared. And I guarantee you this would run the CB for a little while too. Or like I said, mainly be really good with the GMRS radios or the handy talkies, because the capacity of this, you could probably run it for days on a little GMRS radio. So anyway, guys, as always, have a great day. This is Electron Man. If you haven't already subscribed, just point right down there. It says subscribe. Hit that button. Helps me out. Give me a thumbs up. That always helps in the algorithm of YouTube. And that's all I got. Have a great day. This is Electron Man.